Welcome back. Providing nutritious meals and groceries to those in critically ill neighborhoods and older adults. That's what Project Open Hand is all about. The nonprofit that serves counties across the Bay is celebrating their 40th anniversary. Here to tell us all about their organization and how they are celebrating the milestone is Alberto Cortés, the Vice President and Fund Development and Community Affairs. Great to have you here at Live in the Bay.
Thank you, Jessica. It's lovely to be here.
Oh my goodness. Tell me what Project Open Hand is all about and who you serve.
Project Open Hand's purpose is to provide nutritious food, medically tailored food to folks who are living with critical illnesses, folks who are seniors, who are whose lives can be made better with our nutrition intervention. We provide grocery services, we have a congregate meal program that serves the whole city. We do home delivered meals, and our interventions are based on research that shows that our medically appropriate meals can actually improve the health and well-being of the people that we serve. So,
wow, yeah. I want to talk about that a little bit more because
sure.
You guys say food is medicine.
Yes.
And so what exactly does that mean?
That means that there are alternatives to improving people's health and well-being for a fraction of the cost of what it costs to provide health care. We also, our interventions also provide a sense of hope to the we served over 14,000 people last year. Mm-hmm. And these are folks that are receiving a service that also reflects care and love from the people that provide it. And it provides hope for folks that are oftentimes living challenging lives. And so we're happy to be able to do that. But it is the work of a community for us to do our work, mm-hmm. which is why we have a major fundraiser coming up to help us continue to express our mission and have an impact in the greatest lives that we possibly can.
Yeah, absolutely. You guys are hitting a huge milestone this year,
yes.
40 years of serving the community.
Yes.
What does that milestone mean to the organization?
It's a statement of resilience and longevity. It also speaks to a community that has supported this organization for all those decades. Project Open Hand started in response to the AIDS epidemic in the mid-'80s, taking care of people that were otherwise ignored or shunned. And that spirit of giving and taking care of folks that may otherwise be dismissed has been the guide of our organization for years, where we have evolved in our services to provide services to people with other conditions like diabetes, heart disease, chronic kidney disease, but always in that spirit of saying, here we are to take care of you and take care of your need and know that you are important.
You just mentioned it a little bit ago, this gala coming up.
Yes.
That is going to be a celebration. What can people expect?
We are going to have a fun evening of music, of live auctions, of wonderful food, and hopefully of raising a lot of money for Project Open Hand. In this time when government funding is of question and sometimes reduced, where the cost of providing meals has increased 20% in the last 4 years, the demand for our services continues to increase. These events become really important for us. So we're looking to create an inspiring event where people will come and have a good time and feel generous enough to give us their hard-earned resources.
Yes, give back to a community and to deserving people who you guys will put the funds to good use to support everyone. I love that. How can people get involved? You know, besides going to the gala, if somebody wants to get involved, I'm sure you guys are always looking for help. What can they do?
We provide a great opportunity for volunteering. Volunteers have been an important part of the culture and mission of the organization. And there is research also that shows that volunteering actually makes you a happier person and expands your life expectancy. So not to mention having a lovely experience volunteering at our organization for a mission that is worthy.
Mm-hmm. What is some of the outcomes that you've seen from the clientele that you help and serve?
Yes.
What changes have you seen from them?
We see people that come out the other side with gratitude for the service they receive. Many of our volunteers have actually been clients of ours in the past, where once their health and well-being has improved, they actually come and volunteer with us. We get input from clients about how the food we provide can make a difference in their daily lives, of making a difference between paying rent and having to buy food, making the difference in needing to not have to worry about food, and taking care of their health challenges with greater focus. And just simply expressing the gratitude for the fact that our intervention was part of a formula that made their lives better.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
Very cool. I love that you can see exactly how you are helping the community. You shared with me that you've been in the nonprofit space for a very long time, and Project Open Hand actually brought you out of retirement to come back to work for them. What was it about Project Open Hand that, really sat with you and wanted to make you be a part of this?
The obvious piece is the mission. The less obvious piece is the culture, the values of the organization, the way in which the organization expresses its mission, feels aligned with who I am and my sense of purpose in this world, whatever that might be.
Yeah, I want to touch one more time on the gala, details of the gala, and where people can get more information about that, and just information to help.
You're going to get the best information from our website, which is www.openhand.org. Our event is on September 12th, which is a Friday, from 6 p.m. on. We're going to have live music, silent auction items, wonderful food, and are bringing together a group of really wonderful people to have a lovely time.
Yeah. Alberto, thank you so much.
Thank you.
I know that it's going to be a fantastic event, and I thank you for sharing it with us.
Jessica, thank you. I appreciate it.